Here we are, you guys, back in the manual C7 Z06. We have driven so many cars now, and this one just trumps at least 90% of the other cars you've seen on this channel. There is just something so special about this. I really do think it's the fact that you can get this thing in manual still, with the C8 Corvette no longer offering that, and with supercars not even offering a manual. Before we go for a drive, let's go ahead and hop out and take a look at how beautifully this one is spec'd out. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've started to look at some of the red ones with black accents, and those look arguably better than this. Of course, taste is all subjective. Let me know if you guys would rather have this gray with black accents, or if you'd rather have a bright red with black accents. Red just kind of might be my thing, because my first sports car ever was in red. The brake calipers are red though. That looks very nice, along with the Z. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, these are aftermarket wheels due to the OEM wheels cracking, and beautiful spoiler as well. All right, let's hop in this thing. Now, I haven't driven a manual car in a while, so bear with me if I do make any mistakes, but I don't think we will be making any mistakes. Also, we got the nitrous supply stacked in case any cops try to pull us over. They won't be catching us. All right, so we're in the infamous North Korean parking lot right now. You know what we're gonna start off by doing. Let's give it a little warm up really quick. Even going to 3,500 RPMs in this beast is so much faster than so many other cars I've driven, taking them to redline. It is, oh my gosh. And again, having this with a manual transmission is an absolute must. All right, car's warmed up. I drove it here for a while, and oh, we gotta turn auto rev match on. There we go. And let's hit it. That will never get old. Oh my gosh. The feeling that you get when you do that in this car is absolutely surreal. Your eyes grow like super wide. It is, oh my gosh. What a special car for the price. Now, I'm sure you guys want this. Let's do a few more laps real quick. And we can test the cornering out here as well, which you already know is going to be good. Yeah, very sharp. Let's see what we can hit on this one. Ready? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's been a while since I've driven one of these, and my foot was only like 75% of the way down. I did not realize I still had so much more space to go with that gas pedal. That is just how fast this car is. Let's do one more real quick. Second gear. Guys, if you are in the market for a sports car and you want something loud and something pretty fast, but you want to you really want to get something like genuinely loud and fast, I mean, my best advice would be skip the Mustang GT, skip the Camaro SS, skip even the Corvette Stingray, and just go to this if you're somebody that's like, that just wants the most insane vehicle. And I can say that because I've driven 2 Lamborghinis now on this channel. That is unreal that I'm even saying that now. Thank you guys so much for all of you who have been following this journey. This is absolutely incredible. And I did mention in the Lamborghini Huracan video that yes, that vehicle felt a lot more special than the C7 Z06. But then you get back in this one and you realize, oh wait, the Huracan can't have a manual. And when you're at 6,000 RPM in this thing, moving faster than a Lamborghini Huracan does, and you have to shift yourself, it just creates arguably the most special experience in the entire automotive industry. I mean, words can't even actually describe it. I did make an entire video really dissecting the differences between a C7 Z06 and a C8 Corvette. But yeah, when you're around back roads, when you're around open roads, and you have, you know, some balls to actually push the thing, the C7 Z06 is absolutely the car to get without a single doubt. Little pothole, want to avoid that. And we weren't even close to the red line in first gear, and we're already beyond the speed limit. So I would definitely recommend having some good attorneys by your side, and or be prepared to either run or get caught and catch a felony, because that is the reality of this thing. Oh, it is super sketchy going past side roads or just oncoming cars. You don't know who's a cop and who's not, but sometimes you just gotta downshift and take a risk. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It will actually make you cry. It is that insane. Wow. I did spend about 2 days with an automatic C7 Z06, and there was not one single point during those entire 2 days where I drove it like 200 miles where I actually got used to how the car feels and drives. It is incredibly aggressive and fast. I would love to see, what they should have done is put a G-force meter inside of this car, because I guarantee without a doubt in my mind you're experiencing well over 1 G's when you're accelerating in this thing straight back into your seat. It is unreal in those downshifts, bro. Oh my gosh. I saw a lot of cops around here earlier, so definitely got to take it. Just maybe calm down a little bit. I say that now, and then as soon as you get the urge, you really can't resist it. So, okay, the C7 Z06 market. Right now, I have been able to find some pretty healthy examples for around $60,000 to $65,000. Like, no accidents, you know, not like 20 owners, of course, you know, not always a red flag. Well, 20 would definitely be, but just reasonable example C7 Z06s. And for 65, especially because, I mean, just based on what you guys say, and I fully agree, along with what Corvette owners will say, this is the last real Corvette. The C8 Corvette really stepped into like supercar territory, and I mean, the Z06, I would argue that is 100% without a doubt classified as a supercar. The Stingray, not at all, but it sure looks like one. This is just the last true Corvette to the actual name Corvette, the Corvette heritage. And I don't know, the sound of this, okay, sure, the C8 Z06 sounds more exotic. This is just an American sounding car. And again, that's what I really mean by the Corvette heritage. The C8 has stepped into a new realm, and it is beautiful in its own way. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love that car. This one is just, again, this one's beautiful in its own way, and the C8's beautiful in its own way. So if it's between the two Z06s, not entirely a fair comparison, since the C8 Z06 is so far, it's actually $100,000 more than a used C7 Z06, if not more. So yeah, you can't even compare a C8Z with a C7Z, but a Stingray and a C7Z, C8 Stingray and a C7 Z06, you absolutely can. And man, if you want to drive a, can we get into gear, please? Thank you. All right, sorry about that. I told you at the beginning, okay? We're warming up. I'm glad this thing has, that's another beautiful thing about the C7 Z06 is its auto rev match downshift. For idiots like me, you gotta love it. And you can barely do an acceleration without catching up to the car in front of you in like 2 seconds. It is, oh my gosh. Being able to run through a single gear in this thing is honestly a blessing. $45 to $65 in 1 second. Oh my gosh. Now, for those of you that don't know, I am in the process of actually purchasing something. I don't want to spoil it yet because I'm going to make an entire new video of when I actually get the car. You know, this is something I don't think I'm actually even mature enough to own yet. I'm being dead serious. It warps you into another dimension in space-time. That should actually be the, if you look up, like, what does a C7 Z06 acceleration feel like? It is that. You get warped into a different dimension. Those downshifts, oh my gosh. Oh man, the thing can get a little bit squirmy as well. Of course, all 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque is being sent to those rear tires, with the car only weighing like 3,300 pounds. How is that even possible? And what's crazy is that there are really not a lot of sacrifices. Like, you think that can't be right. Like, a car that's this fast for the price range that it's at, there are a few minuscule reliability things, such as if you get a manual, you need a clutch replacement a little bit earlier than probably expected. But again, you know, and if you get an aftermarket clutch, then you're probably putting yourself in a much better position rather than the OEM one, along with those cracked wheels. But again, considering the price point of this, it is still in the realm of speed and sound. It is so far past every other car you can possibly get. And fun factor if you get the manual. I mean, oh man, I hope, and what's so sad is we're moving into a space of just, let's now make things V6, then let's make it an inline-4 turbo, then let's just go electric. And this car, you get in it and you're like, electric? What's that? This car doesn't know what electric is. Oh my gosh. If you own a C7 Z06 or even a C7 Stingray, I mean, post down in the comments how your experience has been, because when I look for vehicles, I'm always trying to really dig into what to look out for in terms of reliability. And I mean, I know already, I'm sure you guys are going to say a lot of the stuff that I've already said with the issues that this one has already gone through. Again, with 21,000 miles on the odometer, with the clutch feeling just a little bit iffy, is, you know, that's not ideal. And I would really be complaining if this was like a $150,000 car, but it's not even half that if you get this used, which is absolutely amazing. And, you know, yeah, interior is just meh, but at the end of the day, you're not here for the interior. You can go get in a BMW or a Mercedes. You're here to drive this thing. And that's what I love about this car, is all the money has been put into the correct spot. And I can only imagine what the people behind us are hearing when we do that. So for $65,000, assuming, I always, when I look at buying a car or give car buying advice, I always like to assume the worst. You get the car, the things that are known to go wrong with it, let's just assume they're gonna happen to you. Again, as with any car, it's reasonable, a higher end car, it's reasonable to set aside like 10 or 20% of the car's value for repairs. And if you do that with this thing, then it's really gonna be, I don't want to use the word trouble-free, but it's not going to like stress you out. That's what's important whenever you get something. What's wild is in my Mustang EcoBoost, I could floor it right now. In this one, now we probably can. Well, in first gear, yeah, nope. It ain't gonna be putting down all 650 in first gear, but second gear it can, and that's one incredible thing about this car is how well this thing grips. It doesn't make sense. You would think there's some German engineering behind the scenes, but hey man, American muscle. This in the GT500 represent America. There's a Tesla behind me, so let's show them what's good. And that will do it, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching, and let me know what you guys think about this thing and if you would ever get one. See you in the next one. Peace.